Trend is your friend is what they say, but you cannot randomly buy into a pumping market or sell in a market which is jumping. Most of the time, even though we know that the market is in a uptrend or it's in a downtrend, even after knowing that, we feel clueless where should we go long or where should we go short. Just to solve this particular issue for you guys, I'm making this video which is about Fibonacci. Now I'm sure you guys have already heard about Fibonacci and you also know how it looks like. So just for the sake of example, this is what your Fibonacci levels look like. I have customized it. I'll share my settings as well. But before that, let's try to understand what Fibonacci is and how does it help you. Alright. So let's say this is a gold chart on a 1 hour time frame. Here we can see that the market is in an uptrend. Even though it's in an uptrend, you cannot randomly buy anywhere and then predict that the market will keep on pumping from your level. Let's say if you entered into a buying position somewhere around here, the chances are extremely high that you might have got stopped out. Let's say you bought somewhere around here, the chances are extremely high that you got stopped out. Or even if you buy here or here, chances are that you might get stopped out or probably even get liquidated. But then you see there is something which is extremely predictable in all these 4 markings that I did. That every time when you try to buy at the top, market always gave you a retracement. You try to buy at the most obvious retailers buying area and the market just reversed from there. So every time you do get this particular retracement. Now this is where we want to buy. This is the area where we are interested in buying this, and this, and not this, not this, not this, and neither this. Alright, so that is what we want to do, and this is where Fibonacci actually helps us. Now let's get to the tool. Let's try to understand how do you mark Fibonacci, and then let's try to understand a basic trading strategy using Fibonacci as well. Alright, so let's get started. But make sure guys, before we get started, do like this video, and obviously if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe as well. So let's say, just for the sake of example, what we witness here is that the market did actually change the structure on a smaller time frame, which is again 1 hour. So we made this low, we made this high, we made a higher low, and now we are making our next higher high. So we do expect a retracement now. But where will you try to buy? Where are you going to place your long order? You cannot randomly buy just around here, obviously not. So you want to be waiting for a good pullback. Now to expect that, you always want to use your Fibonacci tool, which is either you can add it to your favorite tools. It's available on the left side of your panel. On the very first option you see Fib retracement. Now you can add it to your favorites as well. I've personally done that, and that's it. Now if you click on it, you have selected the Fibonacci tool. To use a Fibonacci tool in a trending market which is towards the upside, you always first want to mark the previous low and the current high in a market which is pumping, alright, which is moving towards the upside. Now if there is a market which is moving towards the downside, so what you want to do is mark the previous high and whatever the current low is. Let's say this is our current low, this is how you are going to mark Fibonacci. Alright, there are a lot of levels which Fibonacci has to offer you. Like if I just turn on the settings, you can see Fibonacci has a lot of options that you can turn on, and you can also customize it. Alright, like you can just enter whatever value you want to enter. Now these numbers that you see, let's say 0.38, 0.5, 0.786, 0.65, these are not just random numbers, but basically that's percentage. So you see 0.5, that shows you wherever the 50% of your range is. Let's say you mark this top and you mark this particular low. Now from this top till this low, the level of 0.5 shows that okay, this is the 50% between this area. Alright, so that's the 50% of your zone. So that is how Fibonacci works, and that is what different levels are. This is 0.786, 0.65, 0.5. So it's basically 50% and eventually even higher. That is how Fibonacci actually works. Now what you want to do is you just want to mark the previous low, which is this, and the current highs when the market starts to retrace. Now you see that the market might be slowly retracing. You expect a retracement. Alright, so let's see what happens when we mark this particular level. It hits your fib level, and exactly after that it gives you the retracement that you wanted to see. So that is how you use Fibonacci. Now let's try to continue this. Let's try to see some more examples and how do you place your Fibonacci tools. So now that was the very first example that I gave you guys. Now let's try to understand that okay, you got that retracement. So now again you are expecting the market to continue. So you want to place your fib below the previous low and the current high, and you see exactly the market came to your level of the Fibonacci, which is at 0.68 and 0.65. It just hits your fib level and continues towards the upside. All right, again, now you are trading in a trending market. Fibonacci works the best in a trending market. So you captured this low, you captured this particular low. All right, so rather than buying at the top, which I was telling you guys, this is not what we want to do. This is where we want to buy. So now I'm giving you a basic strategy how you can prevent not buying at the top and get into a buying position at the bottom. So this is how you use Fibonacci in a trending market. Let's try to understand with another example again. So here we can see we made this previous low and we made this current high. This is your current high. So if you just set your Fibonacci, again you can see that the candle, it came right into your golden pocket and reversed right from there. All right, so now it shows that okay, Fibonacci works literally great in a trending market, which is towards the upside. Let's try to understand some bearish examples as well. Now here you can see you had a high, you had a low, and in a scenario where you were expecting a pullback but were a bit confused, where should I try to get into a shorting position? Let's say you had a bearish bias and you wanted to short the market, but where would you have done that? So in scenarios like this, again you can consider using Fibonacci. You want to mark the previous high and the current lows. When you do that, you can see exactly the market reversed from that 0.5 area of Fibonacci, and after that it just kept on dumping. Alright, so that is how you use your Fibonacci in a dumping market. Again, let's see another example. Here if we mark Fibonacci from the previous high till the current low, you can see the market exactly reversed from the 0.5 level. So this is how you want to be using your Fibonacci tool. All right, so these were a few examples about how you can use Fibonacci. I've shared my personal Fibonacci settings as well. This was supposed to be an introduction video to Fibonacci. Let me know if you guys are interested in learning more about Fibonacci and how you can use it at an intermediate and at an advanced level. This, what I've showed you, is for beginners only. This is how they can start using Fibonacci, get familiar to it, because there are a lot more other ways how you can be using Fibonacci. There are different kind of Fibonacci as well. So I would love to talk about them as well. If you guys are interested, drop a comment. If you want me to cover more such topics, I would love to do that. All right, so before you finish up with this video, just make sure to drop a quick like and a subscribe as well if you're not already done that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video.